He played one of the guys that worked at. He played the guy who was also trying to
not the guy
get with Elizabeth Perkins.
Yeah, but Robert Loggia played the boss.
Right, the boss.
I thought
who
you
could see something in Tom Hanks.
I thought you were saying that Robert Loggia's character's name was Mr. McAllister.
Oh no!
In
I
which
would never
case,
say such a thing.
I was trying to put this in the Home Alone universe by saying that was Kevin McAllister's grandfather.
Right. It could have been.
Maybe it would explain why they had such a big house in Chicago.
Yeah. Also 1998, Punchline, which I have not seen.
No, me neither.
1987, Dragnet, which I have seen, and it's good.
That movie is ridiculous.
Yeah. That was like the first time where they were like, you know, we're going to take like a old TV show and reboot it, but like make it weird.
Yeah, make it funny, like make fun of it.
Right.
Everybody gave the Brady Bunch movie so much credit.
Yeah.
To this day, everybody's just talking about the Brady Bunch movie.
To this day, they're still getting honorary Oscars.
Brady sequel, yeah.
1986, The Money Pit. I always get The Money Pit confused with The Burbs.
Oh.
But they're different, and The Money Pit is also
Shelley
very good.
Long, baby.
Yeah.
That movie is bonkers hilarious. That movie just gets funnier and funnier. That's got some of the best slapstick. It's the best farce. It just it's an hour and a half of unbridled insanity. If you do one thing this weekend,
watch The Money
drop
Pit.
everything and watch The Money Pit.
Now, Tim, there's a few movies here that I've never even heard of. Every Time We Say Goodbye.
No.
Nothing in Common. The Man with One Red Shoe, which I have heard of. A man picked randomly out of a crowd is made the target of CIA surveillance and pursuit. I did not know that that's what this movie's about.
And he also had one red shoe.
I don't want to confirm or deny that, Tim. I haven't seen it, so I can't speak to it. I remember they always had a poster of this up at the video store.
Right.
Volunteers.
Now, Tom, I am so confused why I have not seen Volunteers. Every time I hear about Volunteers, I think the same thing. I forgot that movie existed, and how the hell have I not seen this movie?
Yeah, it's also got John Candy,
It's
Rita Wilson.
Yeah, it's basically a two-hander with Tom Hanks and John Candy.
Yeah.
What are we doing? How have we not seen this movie?
I don't think I've ever even heard of this movie, Tim.
Oh, well, I'll forget about it until the next time we do one of these. Because every time I hear about Volunteers, I'm like, oh, yeah, I need to watch that immediately.
Tim, we've made it.
Okay, yeah.
1984, Family Ties.
Well, we forgot Splash. Splash
is 84 too, and Bachelor Party.
Right.
But I said we just had to make it to. I've seen Splash.
Yeah. Good movie.
I've not seen Bachelor Party.
Me neither, and I think we should.
But you know what? How accurate can this movie be? Because it's probably rated PG, right? Yeah. Some of the people in Bachelor Party, according to IMDb, have not submitted an updated headshot since the 80s, since this movie came out.
Yeah, you think of his... Tom Hanks wasn't a big star. He was on Bosom Buddies. I don't care what you say anymore. This is my life.
Yeah.
Go ahead with your own life. Leave me alone. So he played the on Family Ties. Mm-hmm. A family sitcom.
Right, about ties.
About ties.
The ties that bind.
Alex P. Keaton wore a lot of ties.
And he was in the family.
Yeah. He played Uncle Ned.
Mm-hmm. Tom Hanks played Uncle Ned.
Yeah. He slapped... what?
Yeah,
he slapped Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, not for real. It was acting.
I don't know. Lore has it. Hollywood lore is that they accidentally captured that on camera.
Oh, and it was
Tom Hanks really slapping Michael J. Fox in an actual argument.
Right.
And then they
had to work around it.
They thought it was such powerful footage. They wrote the rest of the episode around it.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I never thought about it until this moment. How come there's never been another Michael J. Fox, Tom Hanks team up?
I don't know, because they are both...
They're
Nobody dislikes either of them.
No.
They're both stand-up dudes.
They're two of the most beloved actors in... I'm going to go on record and say they are the two most beloved actors in America.
What do you say we get freaking Tim Allen kicked off Toy Story 4?
Yeah.
Have Michael J. Fox do all his lines.
Have a new toy come in.
Yeah. And then that's a double bill. That's an equal billing that I'd be proud to plop down $12
That's
for.
That's equal billing that I'd be proud to put up the marquee on my movie theater.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot to mention all week, all Tom Hanks movies at Tom's movie theater,
Yes.
half price.
Half price.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there are no Tom Hanks movies playing this week.
No, that's
Nothing in theaters. Sully just left theaters.
situation.
Inferno didn't do as well as everybody thought. I wonder if there was some beef, because maybe you've got like the two Hollywood nice guys, and all of a sudden they get alone and they're like, "Look, you son of a bitch! I know your game, because I got the same one."
What if Tom Hanks is just a fraud?
Oh, I couldn't handle it. I don't want to even think about that, Tim. If Tom Hanks is a fraud, I would be a conspiracy theorist about no, they are out to get him. None of that's true. He's Tom Hanks. He's married to Rita Wilson. They're lovely together. They're both charming. He's not a fraud, and I'll kill you if you say it one more time.
Tom Hanks, I'm confident, will never have... you know what? I'm not going to say what I was just about to say, because it's true for 99% of the population. I was about to say, Tom Hanks will never have a Bill Cosby-like situation come out about him. It's like, yeah, of course not.
Most people don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the high praise from Tim.
Yeah.
Jesus, what is look, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Who can you think of that's better than Tom Hanks?
No one. I don't even have to think about it, because there's not anyone.
You know what?
And we haven't even gone into his TV work, and especially him being a designated hitter for SNL.
Yeah, the best thing about SNL is that they wrote that nude beach sketch. Do you know about this?
Mm-mm.
It's just a sketch. It was like in the early 90s, an excuse to say penis.
Mm-hmm.
One of the writers figured out that they were allowed to say penis on the air, and they were like, yeah, you can say it, but just not too many times.
Right.
And he was testing to see how many times I could say penis on air. So he just wrote this sketch that was guys at a nude beach. I was like, "Hey, Brett, how you doing, Dave? It's pretty good penis you got there, Brett." And it was just all that. And then at the end, they all sing this song. It's like penis, 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 and they brought it to every host that year. It was and here's the nude beach sketch that we'd like to do, and everybody was like, hell no. And they brought it to Tom Hanks. He was like, yeah, let's do this thing.
Yeah.
And he did the nude beach sketch.
He's a great man.
He's a great man. He goes high, he goes low.
Yeah.
He does it all.
Well, I think it seems like even though he's SNL royalty, that he still goes in there and he's like, you guys tell me.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
What do you think would be good? I'll do it.
Tom, what would you say to Tom Hanks if you met him?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, me too. I always wanted to go, because he was filming that incredibly loud and extremely close or whatever, near our old apartment when we shared an apartment, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just wander around hoping that I'd run into Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Why can't I even think of his name?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. No, you vamp for a second.
What in whose name? Another guy in the movie?
No, different.
Ron Howard. Michael J. Fox.
You're getting closer.
Ed Harris.
Oh, This is what I was planning on doing. Do you think he'd humor me?
Mm-hmm. Tim, he is famous for humoring people.
Yeah, he's a comedian. He's a humorist.
Yeah.
He's going to win that Mark Twain Award one day.
Mark my words.
If you just walked up to him and went, hey, you're Tony Randall from the classic Mr. Short-Term Memories sketch, I think he would like do the rest of the bit with you.
Yeah. I mean, he did the song from Big with somebody recently.
Like just like a civilian?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I think it was like a YouTuber. So not a civilian.
No.
But in like a random like a press junket or whatever, and like he still knew the whole thing.
What a good man. Hey.
Yeah.
I can say with complete conviction, I am glad that America elected Tom Hanks our next president. I'm optimistic.
Can you imagine
about
how great that would be?
Like nobody would have a problem with it.
Nobody'd have a problem.
He'd get 99% of the popular vote, and that would
he could have all the same
that would
policies.
amount to roughly 271 of the electoral votes,
Yeah.
from what I would understand.
He could have the most horrible policies. It wouldn't even matter because he'd come on and be like, "Come on, guys."
He wouldn't even have to run a campaign. They'd have to, like, I understand you have to get on the ballot at some point.
Right.
But, like, if he announced the night before, like, oh, by the way, you can vote for me for president
Yeah,
tomorrow.
just write me in.
I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. Everybody would be like, oh, okay.
But just write me in, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And it would have happened.
We really blew it.
We really did. We should have just known. We all should have instinctively known, you know what? It's a bad situation. We should write in Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
At least the one thing we can all agree on. But
what are the schools teaching kids if it's not?
if it's not to write in Tom Hanks in every election? People are writing in Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of dummies. They can't be president. They're not real.
Yeah. One of them's a duck and the other one's a mouse, from what I understand.
If you like the show, you can find out more about it at tcgt.com. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/complete guide. Follow us on Twitter at Complete Guide. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tom Reynolds.
You follow me at Your Pal Tim on those things.
If you want to support the show, you can do it the easy way, tcgt.com/Amazon, where you can do all your normal Amazon shopping, especially that Christmas shopping. And we get a little piece, a little taste.
No extra cost to you.
Yes.
It's all above board, totally legal.
The fun way, tcgt.com/pledge, where you can become a Patreon supporter and get a bunch of cool stuff, including access to weekly mini episodes. This week, a new episode of The News starring Tim and Tom.
Yeah. I won't ruin what the news is about this week.
They'll have to listen to.
I think you might be able to.
Yeah, you can figure it out.
Yeah.
If you pick up a newspaper.
Yeah. Read a newspaper for once in your life. Or don't. Just listen to the news starring Tim and Tom.
Save all that money on newspapers.
Yeah. That's tcgt.com/pledge.
For the price of just a few newspapers, you can get this every
you
week.
get a 15-minute or 12-minute thing once a week.
I think that's all the plugs, Tim.
Yeah. I hope this was nice, Tom.
It was nice, Tim. It was nice to get away from reality for a bit and live in a world where Tom Hanks rules.
Yeah. Maybe we can... Where does Tom Hanks live, do you think?
I think he's got apartments in... I think he has an apartment in New York, but he lives primarily in California.
Yeah, I'd like
in
to,
Los Angeles.
I'd like to hang out at Tom Hanks'
Well,
house.
I mean, now you're getting into... You can't say this kind of stuff. Where does he live? Yeah, I'd like to hang out there.
No, but like...
what kind of security do you think he's got?
No. Tom, you're putting words in my mouth.
Uh-huh.
I think it would just be very reassuring. I think he'd be willing to...
Reassure anybody
who's thinking, like, maybe, look to Hanks.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what he's doing. He'll... I don't know what I'm talking about. I drink too many beers.
We'll see you next week.